executed. She wants to slay the Shadow King. Her chases needs more weaponing. While Eris stands clad like centerfold, Rin Hale seeds his nail of gold. Hale needs more gold to survive. Perhaps with this, Rin could provide? For a body, Fia might like one of Eris's prototypes. Whilst debating host replacement, Cora peeps in by way of casements. Okay, that was a bit confusing, so I am going to give Dane a more clear recap.
Can I say what I think has happened so far, and then you can
Sure.
clarify?
Sure.
Okay. Somebody went over with Danica and said, "Help us because Gaius is Giost."
Gaius is gay.
Gaius is gay.
Gaius is gished.
Yeah, Gaius is gished. Is it gish? Is it gay? Is it Gios?
It's pronounced gish.
Gaish.
Gaish.
It's gaish.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Gaius is gaished, and we need to help. And then Danica's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Probably. And then we went over to Mother and said, "Hey, Fia's alive, by the way, and I know you have like a lady crush on her, so that's a thing." And then I'm sure she was super fine with it, and there was no issue. And then I don't know. I lost track of where we were at that point, but I'm pretty sure Eris did something to Dane to fuck with him in some sort of way.
Dane was not there all day. He was working.
Oh, I did clean your room.
Yeah.
And make your bed and do your sheets.
Shit. Oh, shit. Did you look under the bed?
No.
Okay, good.
She just came over and gave you groceries and made food for Danica and cleaned up.
Aw. That's nice.
And then they walked together to visit Gaius because they're pretty sure he's under a geish.
Geish.
And she tried to dispel it, but he failed. She cast protection from good and evil on him, so he was able to like make a saving throw, but he failed anyway, even with the advantage. So she just punched him in the mouth, and that broke the spell.
Oh, okay, so he's out of it. Got it.
For now.
Okay, that's the part.
We're working with him.
He's pretty furious that he was put under the influence of a charm spell. That's kind of against his morality.
But maybe he should have tried harder to resist it. I don't know.
Yeah, he's pretty mad. He also said you guys came up with a password in case he gets charmed again.
Roses.
Roses is the password, and he also suggested that they kind of keep Danica away from him for now, in case he gets charmed again and he doesn't want to accidentally hurt her. And everybody also teased him and Danica for having dinner in front of all of you, and she wanted to die.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there is food left for you on whenever you get home from your long night work.
Amazing. Cool.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, and then so everybody went over to
Nothing
Rin's
bad
work.
happened.
Yeah. Everyone went over to Rin's workshop to discuss some stuff. Hale has been trying to plan a solution for Fia inhabiting Julius's body. And so far that solution is to move her soul into another vessel from Julius. So they're kind of sorting that out right now, but they haven't got too far into that plan. The last thing they left was everybody except for Dane is over at Rin's place, and someone was peeping through the window looking at them.
Into Dane's place?
In Rin's place, in his workshop.
Oh, okay.
Dane. Oh, by the way, can we get a mic check on JTC?
Hello.
Hello. How was your day?
Hello. I'm so fucking tired. But it was good.
Your voice
it was a good closing night.
Is tired.
Oh yeah. That's what 4 nights of a show will do.
Oof.
Congrats on your role as a sleazy businessman.
Yeah.
Your
Thank you.
role was sleazy businessman?
Yeah, I was a sleazy businessman named Larry.
Nice.
I got Clown White from the costume director, and I put in like silvered like parts into my hair, smoking a cigar.
Nice.
It was fun.
That was a cigarette.
Man, you're making me miss theater.
Cigarette.
We're doing theater right now.
I know.
Yeah, this is literally just
Theater
theater.
of the mind. It is. You're making me miss the big stage. Broadway, baby.
Hey, I know the area you're in. I know there are theaters around who are looking
I'm
for
sure
people.
there are. I actually know a stage manager that volunteers at the rescue shelter I work, but that's neither here nor there. Let's not put fun ideas in my head.
Okay, let's pick up with Dane, actually. Dane, you were out late doing your work with Mr. Weathervane, tracking down people who maybe bet a little bit too much, couldn't get themselves out. How do you think that went?
Can I roll for it?
Sure.
I'm just gonna roll a standard 20. Things. It went great.
You rolled a 20. No, you just typed 20. You didn't roll anything.
Did I type roll 20?
You didn't. You gotta type roll 1d20.
It's like automatic natural 20.
Look, if we weren't paying attention,
It went great.
Wow.
I rolled a 19.
So, in your mind, what does that mean?
So Dane basically, I would imagine that the day was easy, because for Dane doesn't miss his quotas, but it's how hard he works to get those quotas done, basically.
Okay, so to be clear,
so a 19 is the equivalent.
You're happily dragging people off the streets.
It's literally the equivalent of like he's hanging out in his church all day, and people are coming over to him instead of him having to go and seek them out.
Okay.
Maybe he had to seek out one person
Landshark X played
who
this card. I sneeze,
welched and didn't
please.
show up where they were supposed to.
Okay, so you were able to
for a
collect
lighter sentence.
plenty of cash. Do you think you had to drag anybody and collect, or do you?
Yes.
You did?
I feel like one person at least. Like I had people can't come over to me, and then I would collect that way because they would be terrified of like the chase, basically.
Okay.
But I think at least one person, like maybe on a perfect 20, nobody, but on a 19, yeah, one person probably.
Can we see a fit check from Eris? We want to see Eris's cosplay, but I think we're already seeing it.
You are seeing it. Wait, though, hang on. I did put on a nightie because I feel like she would wear something silky, like, you know.
Ooh.
That's the
That
fit.
was Landshark requested that. I love your horns. You have
I got all 6 of them.
That's amazing. Okay. So you are now finished with work.
Yes.
And when you head home, you notice that nobody is home. But there is a little note saying that dinner is in the oven for you.
Does the note explain that nobody's home?
No, you just know that nobody's home. You see no one home.
Dane immediately checks the oven for traps.
Roll investigation. But roll a secret GM so you don't see the result, and I do.
You're such a dork.
Secret roll.
I feel like the chat's gonna see the
Private GM roll. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
There is.
He like starts perceiving around the oven and like
there
tracing
is
the line
the
out.
oven the like twisty thing is slightly towards on. Someone is absolutely trying to fill the house with gas. Because natural gas
I knew this day would come.
Is a thing that exists in this world.
Dane, fully like he sprints over to his room, goes under the bed, grabs his bug out bag, which is basically just an extra change of clothing, and tucks rolls and does a 180 spin outside of his window.
Okay.
And goes, they must have gotten to Danica, and then runs off to tries to find like footprints leading away from the house and like runs off in that general direction.
As you're running, nothing happens at the house. You rush. As you're rushing past kind of near where Rin's workshop is, you roll a perception really fast.
The thing I'm really, really good at.
You
3.
collide into a figure, a cloaked figure that was standing near the wall.
Okay.
And you just
my house?
No, a couple houses
Or,
down.
Okay, just like on the way. Okay.
Yeah.
I tumble down. I'm immediately trying to grapple this person.
You hear a squawk and a struggle, and you see that you are entangled with the Kenku, Cora.
I immediately take my hands off and take 3 steps back. Ugh. What did you do to my family?
Family? Cora do nothing.
So you're here to help my family?
Cora? Sneak out.
So cute.
Okay.
And she puts her
Cool.
little hood up. Cora want to see.
See what? What do you? I mean, what do you want to see?
World strange. Cora want to see. Show Cora.
I can show you the world.
Shining, shimmering, steady.
Cora,
Dane will
look at friends, and she points to the window, and you see that Eris and Rin and Hale, and Tizkar. I believe is Tizkar in there. No, Tizkar is not
banging all day.
Oh, that's right. Tizkar was banging.
Banging. All right. Dane like breathes a sigh of relief, and goes, oh, they're okay. Unless this isn't like an illusion, right? They're really there?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're not planning to like murder us, are you?
Cora, nice.
Okay, I heard the stories of your legend.
Cora, very scary. But Cora just show Cora.
Yeah. What? Yeah, of course. Whatever helps make you happy.
I'm fucking stressed out.
And then like I like go to like pat them on the head, but like very gingerly and very carefully. And if they like make any sort of like sudden movement, I'll immediately back off.
She just kind of like quirks her head, confused.
Is that I don't have to do that?
Those your friends?
I mean, friends.
Best friends. Okay.
Yeah, they're my best friends.
Then get best friends. Go have fun. Sneak out.
Okay, but are you coming with us?
Show Cora.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Cora C. Cora C.
Yeah, let's oh gosh. Yeah.
She
Let's
immediately
go
goes
say
over to the
hi
door and
to them.
starts
Yeah.
knocking.
Dane will just actually open the door. It's Rin's house, right?
Yeah, it's his workshop.
Yeah, I just like go and fully open the door as Cora goes to knock and goes, surprise, I brought a guest.
Well, shoot, Dane, where you been?
Working. Why aren't you working?
Well,
Did you
we
get the
discussed
meal
my
I left
plan.
you?
It was you.
Yes. You asked for help.
You trapped my kitchen because I asked for help?
What do you mean you trapped your kitchen? I cleaned it and I put food in the oven.
I didn't check inside the oven. I thought it was trapped.
There's something wrong with you. Like, deeply, deeply wrong with you.
Whoever it was must have been a wizard and casted prestidigitation because my room was clean too.
Yeah, I cleaned your room because it was disgusting. and someone your age should not live that way.
I don't have time to clean. I'm too busy working.
Well, I did it. You're welcome. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Cora goes, "Sir, thank you," in the exact same voice.
I don't flinch when Eris does it, but I flinch when Cora says it.
It's almost like you forgot she was there. She just goes,
Yeah.
"Say thank you."
Anyway, this is Cora, the Shine Breaker.
Cora, just Cora.
This is just Cora, everybody, and they're our friend, and they want to see the town and everything about it.
Cora, sneak out.
Cora, that was the question I was going to ask you. Fia said you were sick.
Cora not sick. Cora feel a little confused.
Did you do anything to Fia?
No, just Cora sneak out.
Okay.
When weird vampire boy not look.
Oh.
Julius.
Julius?
Fia isn't Julius.
Fia isn't Julius want to take tests. Ask Cora lots of questions. Poke and prod. Cora tired. Questions? What Cora see? What Cora remember? What Cora feel?
How do you feel?
No more questions. Cora want have
Oh.
fun.
Sorry.
Last question.
Oh.
What?
No,
We
go
should
ahead.
do that.
Last question from me. Are you the Cora that Furor knows?
You know Furor? Where Furor? Furor, Cora's special friend. Best friend.
From what we've gathered, it might be in Waterdeep, but
Water.
you are the one.
Does Furor know many Cora?
I don't know you. Therefore, I wanted to check, because I know Furor.
Furor, Drow, near Menzoberranzan. Really smart. Show Cora all his books.
He is a very smart child.
child. About Cora's age.
How old are you?
How old are you? Yeah.
Shit. Young adult. Whatever. Okay, let's just pretend that Kenku and humans have the same lifespan. Cora, 19?
Or what do you like to do? What would you like to do?
Eat. Cora, starving.
I think there might be a meal in my oven.
No, Cora want to see city.
Let's take her to the pillar.
You need to keep her out of Fia's
in public.
sight, though.
Yes. That's
Cora have
not...
disguise. As she turns her head, it's like her face nearly disappears into the shadow.
How common are kenkus in this world, if at all?
I would say they are rare the way kenku are rare in the old world, but the knowledge of them hasn't really gone anywhere. But kenku that would
But, like,
exist,
seeing one in public,
that would be
that's
about.
like...
I mean, it wouldn't freak anyone out. Just like they're about as rare as a tabaxi or a turtle or some other.
Okay, but it would turn an eye or two.
Honestly, you don't know. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, it's
Maybe
getting
emotion.
stuffy in here. Let's get on outside. I can't work
Hale
with all
makes,
those people.
a habitual motion of like scratching his head, like his hair, and as he's thinking about something. Fuck. And he's gonna take out the talisman that Mother gave him. You can use this on her. Damn it.
What? Is that
This will make you
shiny?
look not shiny. It is paper. Paper that you tear, and it makes you someone else for a while.
Why Cora need be someone else?
Because you're hiding from Vita, right? You snuck out.
From Thea who's in Julius, who is
Yes.
in that dusty clock tower.
Yes, but if she finds out that you have left, she will probably leave to find you.
Oh. Okay.
Hale very hesitantly, like, hands it to her. Do you know how to do this, or do you want me to cast it on you?
Cora knows some magic, not lots magic.
Alright. Hale will take it back and, like, sigh one more time and then get to casting it on
I
her.
feel really sad for her.
Yeah. Like, this is super. Oh.
Aww. Okay, hold on. I actually have a roll table I need to find real quick.
Yeah, what she turns into.
I made this roll table a long time ago. Let's see if I can find it. Where would it be? I'm like trying to remember what I named the note. It's okay. I have it though. We are not letting this waste. Maybe if I start typing.
Disguise. Backseat? I don't know.
Was it in Mother Valentina's? Let me
Sorry.
look. Let me check Mother Valentina. Where is it? This was such a funny bit too. You should have seen the list.
Oh note, wherefore
While we're
art thou?
looking, I almost forgot. Can I promote the thing that I wanted to promote?
Yes, you go ahead and do that right now while I
Awesome.
zoom
Let
in.
me find it. But, guys, this is a special day where we are asking for a special link to be shared and donated that I'm going to share with you guys momentarily. Basically, we have a friend that is in need. They have a service animal, and that service animal has recently had an emergency surgery that was basically they had a tooth abscess that happened and they needed to operate immediately. The operating costs were about $1,300, and total cost ended up being about 1.8K total. We've already raised 1.5K, so $500 has already been raised. And I just wanted to share this link in case anybody else would like to donate as well. So let me get the link. I don't care about accepting the cookies. I just want to share the link. Let me just share the link. Let me share the link. All right, give me a second. I'm trying to share the link. But yeah, this is for a friend. Please, please, please. If you guys have a little bit of expendable cash, we would love if you used that for the GoFundMe today. I will also say if we verify that you donated, then that donation also counts towards whatever you want to happen in game, like whatever the equivalent is. I know isn't it like $10 for like advantage or something, or what do we do?
You're putting me on the spot now. My brain. Hold on, I'm gonna rip my brain out for what I was trying to do. I think it was every $10 was a D20 to add to the pile. Yes.
Yes. So anytime we donate $10, let us know in the chat, and we will we'll add it towards our total count. Yeah. That's it. Go click on the link. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I'm so.
Moose is also a very good boy and likes to play with my dogs as well. So he deserves it. He deserves the world.
Puppy.
All needed. So have fun.
I'm a bit confounded right now because I definitely saw this note like 2 weeks ago.
It's
What
okay.
now?
You can decide what she turns into now.
But it was so funny.
She's gonna look like Waldron is what's gonna happen.
Okay, so this was the list. It was like really deep pock marks. Very big bulbous beer nose.
You're so mean.
Patchy
Poor,
very
poor Hale.
intense ears. A patchy beard. It was just very a list of traits that Hale would hate.
Never trust a devil.
God damn it, I wanted to roll on that and I can't find it. What the fuck ever. Whatever. I'll let you guys decide what the fuck Cora turns into. Hale, you describe it. Cast the spell.
What? How did
How did I get stuck with this?
How did I end up getting excited? Okay. Hale is going to place the talisman on her head, on her forehead, kind of smooth out the feathers for a little bit.
She giggles a little bit.
Oh. It seems you're ticklish on your face. But anyway. He mutters something quietly under his breath, and the writing starts to glow. I don't know what color Mother's Magic would glow, but
Kind of
Okay,
like, I think
probably be that.
magenta, like hot pink.
Okay, so it starts with the letters glowing, and then slowly the rest of the paper gains that same glow, and then it melts into her, and it morphs into like sort of a similar sized body. Um, fuck what? Uh,
I know, right? This is why I wanted my
oh
roll
my God.
table.
Okay.
How about we say she looks like the most average middle age elderly lady with
Old Cora is great.
very big ears.
I think she looks like a middle-aged human tiefling, with I guess the 6 horns. Her hair's kind of faded into like this like patchy straw-like color, and then is like very stiff, very like not your traditionally attractive person. Is like,
Like-
she looks like she could do with a little bit of self-care. Like it's like weathered now.
She's
Kinda
that
similar to what I
point that
imagine
she's
Dane
like
to look like.
completely invisible, like nothing distinct.
Yeah.
Cora look good?
Cora looks like
Completely
person.
unrecognizable.
Okay, show Cora. Show Cora. Pillar?
Also, if she's a legendary person, if someone has ever heard the legend of Cora, maybe she should go by a different name as well.
Cora,
Oh.
new secret name?
What would you like to be called?
Cora.
The first words that came to mind were Karen, but I'm not sure that's what you want.
Cora, Karen. Okay. Cora is Karen.
Cora is Karen.
'Cause Cora cares.
Okay.
Well then, Miss Karen. Dane, I suppose you're her escort then. Since you agreed to this.
Well, ain't we all heading to the pillar to eat? I mean, my stomach's rumbling. As much as
Nice.
Eris's breakfast was fantastic this morning, it's been several hours.
Right.
After you.
As you all head out of Rin's workshop to head back to the pillar where the second night of fights have started to begin, Tizkar, you and
shit.
huh?
I gotta go find my Lady of Denial.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
I gotta go, guys. Wait, I gotta go, guys. Yeah, bye.
Where go?
And that's the like full. You see, Eris just like she short circuits because I don't want to bring Cora to this.
Cora's suddenly very interested.
Prior engagements.
Hey, you should deal with this. Yeah.
She'll join us later. No, nothing to worry about.
I love you. I give you a kiss on the cheek. And I make my way to Mother's Love.
Okay. Tizkar, you took the day off, you and Rowan, and every time anyone walked past your little tenement, they heard rhythmic slamming into the wall.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, we heard it. We commented
you're
on it. It was
fucking-
great.
Rin totally saw and heard. No, just
You
heard,
should move your
just heard.
bed.
I don't know why I expected anything different. Oh my god.
Rowan is gonna have to go to work though. And where would you like to go?
After such a long, hard day, I find myself starving. I suppose I should go to the pillar to get food.
Also, it's like the tournament's underway. It's pretty exciting. It's like quite the community is all abuzz. So everyone, you guys. So remember how there's like a cafe? It's almost like a mall cafeteria.
Of like all the like little food vendors.
Yeah, and then a big place with like tables to sit down. You'll head there and you'll see the gang and a strange old lady, like a middle-aged woman who's just asking a myriad of questions.
Yeah, he just kind of like he stops and he looks like kind of confused at the old woman, but he shrugs and he'll deal with it after he gets his food and he gets in line for the tacos with the Thomberchad sauce. And he waits in line for his tacos.
Yeah, you'll get your tacos. They'll give you extra packets of Thomberchad sauce. So that are you gonna go sit with the gang?
Yeah, I'm very interested in who this old woman is. So yeah.
Yeah, as you sit down, she's sitting there eating her food, and she'll look over and she'll see the packets, and she goes, "Thomberchad?"
Yes.
Karen.
He just kind of like.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Karen took me out of it.
She just goes, "Karen, no Thomberchad," and then she goes back to eat.
Yes. I suppose you haven't tried his sauce. Careful, it's spicy.
Makes sense. Thomberchad, Red Dragon. Cora, no Thumbered. Sorry, Karen. Karen, no Thomberchad.
Does she actually slip up like that?
Yeah.
Okay, Tizkar just kind of squints at her and slowly looks towards like the rest of the group.
How do you know about nachos?
I think she's referring to the being that was named Thomberchad.
Thomberchad, Red Dragon.
I mean, anyone could just decipher that from the sauce packet. Got the dragon on it, spicy flames.
Are you saying
I
you
suppose
actually
he-
met a dragon named Thumberjawed?
Thumber. I suppose he didn't know Shimmerine.
Oh, shit.
Why would Tizkar know that?
Because, I mean, he doesn't. He's just asking a question. It's kind of a flippant thing that he's just saying as he's taking a bite.
Meaning,
Wait, do we know Shimmerine?
yeah, why do you know
Yeah, we
Shimmerine?
know Shimmerine. The kobold, Mummus talked about her
Oh, okay, okay.
and said that she was a red dragon.
Okay. I was like, why is Tizkar making that connection?
Because that was the conversation that happened before the cloaca conversation came up. That conversation's burned into my mind for the rest of eternity, so
Right,
I would never
yeah.
forget.
Shimmerine? Shiny. Karen, no shiny.
No.
Do you like things that are shiny?
Shiny red dragon. Cora see
I don't
shiny
suppose.
hatch.
You saw a red dragon hatch.
Yes, I suppose they would be quite shiny, but
Shiny. Shimmerine. Real name. Shiny nickname.
I believe she's saying the name of the dragon is Shiny. Not that it was shiny.
Oh,
Wait, you're actually being serious. You know who she is.
Shiny is baby dragon. Hatched from egg that we stole from Thumberchad.
you stole a
that.
dragon egg from.
Thumberchad would burn if Thumberchad knew.
Well,
don't think we have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, we saved Shiny. Take Shiny with us. Help us.
You were
Karen,
Shiny's
it's been
savior.
100 years since then.
Oh. Karen confused. Karen sleep and see friends. Karen feel like friends and new friends exist at same time.
Telling us you slept for 100 years?
No, last night. See friends. And then Thea inside Julius. Wait, Cora, and ask questions.
You have friends.
Family.
Elsewhere. Do you know where?
Well, we all gather in Underdark and plan to fight demon lords. And we kill Demogorgon. And then we all go home.
Okay. That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, no one's listening in, right?
Wait,
Yeah,
quick out of character, context question.
Okay.
Does Hale remember, or like, was it at that point? Did they know that Demogorgon died, or was it just like Princes invaded?
Princes and
No
so
context.
Demogorgon specifically burst out of Menzoberranzan, and that was the start of the invasion.
Right.
You wouldn't know how that resolved, but you know that a demonic invasion wiped out civilization. And you also know that Gratz rules this place. You don't know what happened to Demogorgon.
It doesn't seem very probable that you all killed one of the princes.
Well, princes come and kill each other, and we finish off last one. Demogorgon.
Well, they're all very much alive.
No, we killed them. As Cora saw. Sorry. Karen saw with Karen's own eyes.
Did you all fight rats?
Gratz? Gratz say... Gratz help us. Gratz... father of my friend. Kothar. Big brother Kothar.
Gratz is the reason everything here exists the way it does now.
That's why Cora want you to show me. Show me what Gratz did. And then Cora fix.
I don't think.
And how do you intend on fixing it?
Let's walk to the top of the pillar. Dane will actually like put out his hand in like an offering to Cora to like take his hand basically. And then I will walk her up to where I know the top, like the tippity top of the pillar is that basically oversees all of Zelatar.
Okay. You have to go through a couple of like maintenance shafts because when you get to the very top floors, that's where like Mr. Rosewood, who owns the whole property, lives. That's where the wealthy residential suites are. Usually people aren't allowed to just go up there, so you take her through like the maintenance ways.
I know this. I know the ways.
You know the ways. She's very confused. She's like looking around, just kind of taking it all in. Everyone tiefling? Look like Kothar. Everyone. Kothar brother? Sister?
Everyone now has some relation to demonic means. Yes. I oversee everything at the top, and show. Who is everybody following, by the way, or is it just me and Cora?
Tizcar, Hale, Rin, are you guys coming?
If I'm following, I'm positioning myself near Tizcar because I'm gonna have a conversation.
I overlook everything, and more in particular, what you can really see from like the top of the pillar, is outside of this small section of the city is basically an entire ruin city and like desolation, right?
So no.
Okay.
Rosewood is a neighborhood in Zelatar. The majority of Zelatar are different districts and neighborhoods kind of cobblestone together, with parts of it being completely controlled by the more upper crust powerful demons who live in excess and party and indulge in their wildest fantasies. There is a ruined part of the city, but the whole city itself is a very supernaturally grand. It's like a Las Vegas, but for demons. But the sky is that like dark sky with the black moon just crushing down. It feels like when you look up at it, if you weren't used to it, it would feel like it was about to crush you, and it's very strange. And Cora will look around. Where are we?
Call this the Pillar. We are in a section of New Zelatar called Rosewood. I believe you knew this as Baldur's Gate.
This Baldur's Gate?
No, now it's New Zelatar.
Zelatar.
This is where I was born.
She looks
And
over.
I point to where we were, and like points towards where my house is.
She looks down, and she could see the tenements, but then her eyes go up, and you see that there is a single large tower off in the distance that kind of like overlooks everything. Everyone here knows that is the Ardent Tower. It's where Gratz himself lives, and it is definitely the fanciest building in the whole thing. It just towers over everything.
That is where Gratz and his chosen live. That's where we are subjugated, controlled, and by any other means taken advantage of.
Gratz? Betray?
I don't know if betray is the right word when he already holds all the pieces. Control more.
Gratz, help us kill Demogorgon. Give good advice.
History tells us that when the Demogorgon rose out of the surface, the rest of the demon princes followed suit. And through unknown means, Gratz took control of this territory, at least. We assume most of the known world is controlled by Gratz, though we have no information about anything outside of this city.
I see.
A lot of people think that there might be something out there, something else we can go to.
Waterdeep?
I don't know what that is, but it's most likely gone.
Okay.
Mountains were raised. Hills, underground caves, and systems that used to live for thousands of years have since collapsed. We don't know much, but we know that much isn't out there anymore.
Okay. Cora, go finish food now. She kind of hangs her head and just kind of starts walking back down where you came. Her energy is different.
I'm going to try and actually stop her for a quick second before she goes down and say, I was born here with my sister. We had a mom. She got sick one day and didn't make it.
Sorry?
The reason me and my sister are still here is because there is no other place to go. There is no hope for many here. Do you understand?
Cora, understand. She puts a little hand on your chest, and she gives you just kind of a weird look, and then we'll turn.
And I look over at Tisgar, and I say, when I was younger, I was a teenager, men came into my house. They were looking to eliminate me because I was part of a resistance group or an order in order to bring back the sun god. When they aggressed onto me, I accepted a deal with somebody I shouldn't have. A family-long curse. It was the only way I could survive. Now they are nothing but ashes on my ground.
And how long ago was this?
20 years ago.
You cut out.
20 years ago.
Kind of nods. I'm assuming Corey's gone now.
She started to walk down.
Yeah. Tiskar kind of like takes a step forward and he kind of like looks down over like to Dane's like abdomen where Dane went rah. And there's kind of like a moment of silence before he says, but regardless of what you may think, Dane, it truly is not your past who determines who you are. And with that, he also walks away. Just kind of slowly turns.
There's a reason I'm still here to talk about my past. And I walk down as well.
And what is that?
Did what I had to survive.
Don't we all?
No one here does well. I did what I had to do.
The way I
Not
see it.
just for me. If it was just for me, I wouldn't be here right now.
The way I see it in this world. The fact that we are alive is good enough. But despite that, And he takes a hand and he kind of like puts it over Dane's shoulder as they walk. Mm-hmm. He says,
I'm walking with you, by the way.
Yeah. I understand. There's a lot I would do to keep him safe.
I kind of hold onto your hand and look over and say, Danica does not remember that night. She was much too young. I would prefer it if she doesn't regain that traumatic memory back.
I had no intentions of telling her.
Thank you. And then Dane looks over at Eris, knowingly.
Eris is not here.
Oh, you're not there? Okay, never mind.
I missed all the lore!
Then I don't.
In that case, Tiskar continues. Then if I can ask, why have you not cleaned up the floorboards since that day? I am surprised Danica has not discovered or asked questions.
Oh, she knows an event happened. She just doesn't remember it.
And she has never asked you?
Never told her. Anytime I've tried to clean that, it's never worked.
Perhaps something less mundane is in order if you wish to clean that. I do not know. Maybe you can ask Hale.
I think I know what I have to do. But I can't do it yet.
I think you'll know when you are ready, Dane.
hope so. I really hope so.
And then he takes a bite of his taco.
As you all go back to your seats in the cafeteria, you notice that Cora is just kind of sitting there quietly eating her Thumberchad tacos. Her bubbliness has kind of like simmered down. She doesn't look distraught. She just kind of seems like lost in thought, and is no longer really interacting with you all. She just kind of slowly eats, takes a bite, and just.
So, Karen, what's next? What else would you like to see?
Before we go on, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna move to Eris.
Amazing.
But yeah, like if you want to like give her the tour, she will go. All right. It says Tizcar sounds good, but the rest sound like way in the back. That probably just means I have Tizcar too loud then. Let me go and adjust. Oh yeah, I have him turned up so high because apparently, thank you, because he was apparently too quiet before. Okay.
That does fit, yeah.
Okay. All right, guys, let's take a quick 10-minute break. Grab some water, go to the bathroom, get some snacks, and then we're gonna move to Eris. So BRB.
Hi, chat. How is everyone doing? Also, everyone else is gone, so Riot. Hey, Erudite. I'm glad you're doing good. I can. Dane has become a dog.
Dane is now a dog, yes.
Yes.
Why do we say that?
It's because you stepped away and then we only saw Ghost.
Dog. Yeah.
Yes.
Dog. Guys, speaking of dogs, don't forget to donate to the GoFundMe. Every $10 that you guys grab is an extra D10 added to the pool. I believe the DM can have it too, so you can even use it against us. We are now exactly $202 away from our goal. So please, 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 this is a dog that is a service animal, and it recently had an emergency tooth abscess. The person who belongs to the dog, first of all, it's a very necessary medical tool for this person. And this person donates their time frequently to help other dogs rescue in need. They go out and capture dogs that have been loose or lost and return them to loving homes. And they're just really a great all-around person in general, and would very much love your support. I could talk for hours on it, but honestly, just click on the link and see for yourself. The dog is in the first picture, and then its family is in the second. And it's very cute, and it hangs out with my dog Ghost all the time, and my dog Ghost thinks that they're in love. Moose not so much. But yeah, please, if you feel, I always go to like my Christian roots. When I was growing up Christian, I always go for like the go-to. If you feel led, please donate. But I'm not gonna use that verbiage because that's weird. If you guys have any disposable income lying around, I know times are tough. Please, please, please. This would be great to go to a good cause, and I believe it's tax deductible. I don't know, maybe not. I don't really know how it works. Yeah, big white dog. Ghost is not a big white dog. He is a medium white dog at best. Did we answer questions, guys? Do we have any questions on? Let's see. Who taught questions? Oh, we got so many. I can't answer them for you, but I can pretend like I can. Does Korra have the same madness aura as the G and M stones, or is the obsession in Fia's mind? I don't know. Why did Mother believe Hale but not Eris? She has known Eris for decades longer because she knows Eris is a dirty, filthy liar, and Hale always tells the truth. This, by the way, I have no idea if that's if any of my answers are going to be accurate or not. I'm just speed running all of these questions for funsies.
I'm
what
sorry,
are Mother's
dirty, filthy
apologies
liar?
like?
Excuse me?
Yes. I said what I said. Probably. I don't know. I think you I would imagine Eris just like always tells the truth because you don't have a reason to lie in particular. But then would probably lie if you had a reason, if you had like a reason to do it.
You're probably correct.
Yeah. Mother tricks Hale into accepting an 8-hour scroll instead of until the tournament is over, as specified in the contract. Where are the penalties for non-compliance? I think I asked a similar question when the contract was signed. It's in the fine print. Also, Mother can write scrolls now. Has she been a high-level spellcaster? Yeah, she's a succubus, dude. She can cast like charms and seduce men and probably write like ironclad prenup contracts. Who is Gaius able to couple with? All the Fangbreakers are his subordinates, and he doesn't go to ML facilities. Is there speed dating in Celatar? Does he have a wife and kids? Gaius probably is probably like a Zeus type figure where he just like fucks everybody and has a bunch of different fuck childs.
Oh no. We actually excuse me. We had this conversation last game. Gaius doesn't fuck. He says he doesn't have to pay for it, but basically we said it was the implication is that he spends a lot of time alone with his hand.
Got it.
And he's super in love with your sister.
Oh, well, I don't know about that part. Dane doesn't anyway. But yeah, what if they try to put Thea in Eris and she ends up in the skin suit instead? That's basically two souls combined into one vessel, which typically doesn't work and creates all sorts of alchemic fuckery. So we probably
have a soul.
Yeah, so we probably wouldn't do that. Well, I mean, two beings combined into one vessel. That
I feel like Eris would just get overwritten.
Maybe. How did Eris, or what are the odds Julius is in Korra right now? Not very likely. How did Eris discover? By the way, all these questions again, I don't actually know the answers to. I'm just making shit up. Please believe everything you say at your I say at your own discretion. And if it causes chaos, hey, I live for chaos. How did Eris discover pulling apart her brain wires affects her mood? Because she did it to a bunch of different wires, and whatever stuck eventually. She lived for a long time.
Yeah.
If Eris pulls apart her brain wires when she's upset, why does she still want to kill Gratz? Is it for somebody else? Because killing Gratz isn't an emotional thought. It's surgical. It's objectively something that they want to do. It has nothing to do. It's not guided by emotion. It's guided by logic. If you needed to guard something, how many eyes would you ideally like the Watchman to have? 181. Is Birdie the cat still living their best life in the Decolote J? No, they're dead forever and they're never coming back.
Fuck you, Birdie's actually in my bedroom right now, curled up on silk sheets. Fuck you.
Is that an actual cat? Or not
That's my
not
cat.
Like
I called her
fantasy
Birdie.
cat? Oh, okay. Wait, that's a cat you own in real life, not like a cat.
No,
It's
that is
number
the
four.
cat that we picked up in the.
Yeah, it's number 4.
Oh no, then he's dead.
It's 4, but she named her Birdie.
If it was a real cat, I would feel bad, but since it's not, it's absolutely dead, and there's no way of bringing it back. Actually, a curse was put on it to make it unable
You're about
to,
to wake up with it living in your house because you need a friend.
Did Gaius's lack of entourage bite him in the tail when the Chosen arrived? No, Gaius is super cool and nothing ever bites him in the ass. If everyone who dies in Zelatar gets shunted into the abyss, how is Gratz going to benefit from their deaths? If a demon finds a lemure with Gratz's name on it, will they mail it to Asgratz or something? They'd probably not even they'd probably get a reward, but probably like one of those like demon curse rewards where it's like you get $1,000, but no one will ever love you again. Something like that. I would imagine. I don't know. Scarlett actually answered that question with maybe if a ritualistic sacrifice is performed in a certain way and it takes the soul directly, that would explain why sigils and runes are involved. But also, Gratz is a narcissist, and people killing in his name just boosts his sense of self-importance. True. In the book Vial of Darkness, there is references to sacrifices used to renew or refuel defenses such as anti-magic fields, wall of force, forbiddances, though it's variant rule from 3rd edition. That wasn't a question. How dare you type that in Buta questions? You're banned. I laughed with Sneeze when I was watching the VOD when she made the "your poor hand" joke. Oh. There was hand jokes.
Yeah, Gaius.
Daddy Tarzan says, "What's poppin' pimpins?" Pimples, bro. Pimples are poppin'.
Ew. Man. Ew.
There's a lull in D&D games at the end of the month. Is Sneezy willing to interview Scarlett? No, they don't take interviews anymore. They get paid. Does nobody read the recaps? I should have read the recaps.
I read them every single time.
I did
and
not
I
read
fill
the
in
recaps
stuff in my notes when I miss them.
I feel bad. Any other questions, guys? Please. Ask them in the chat right now, and then I'm sure we'll answer a lot of these questions when Scarlett gets back, and actually have the real answers for them. Because, like I said before, the answers I gave were all made up by me in my own mind. I don't actually know.
Questions, comments, concerns, testimonials?
Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns, qualms?
I have a qualm. Just kidding. I have no qualms.
A qualm. Not a qualm.
Not a qualm.
Just so you are aware, I just answered all of the Buta questions that were unanswered so far. But I have no idea what the real answers were, so I just made them all up.
Oh, okay. Then let's go over them again, and then you can tell me how.
Does he remember how he answered?
I also don't remember what I said the answers were.
You'll remember when I go read them. Okay, let's go back up. Yeah. Let's answer them. Okay.
Let's do it.
Does Cora have the same madness aura as the stones, or is this obsession in Fia's mind? So, I'll give a little bit of info because this is like, okay, Cora is not fully here. She's her soul is being torn between the reality that she left behind and this one, because when Kothar used the maze engine under the direction of Gratz, that broke reality a little bit. So Cora is still kind of tethered to this stone. So yes, there is some like like the obsession that Fia was influenced to feel is still kind of happening, and as long as Cora / the stones are in her vicinity, they're going to negatively affect her. It's also possible that this madness is long-term madness, because she was obsessing over it for quite a while, but that has been yet to be discovered. Why did Mother believe
that's
Hale?
exactly what I said too, yeah.
Why did Mother believe Hale but not Eris? She's known Eris for a decade or longer. When Eris approached Mother, she was very much in the middle of something and was only half listening and wasn't really paying attention. So when Hale approached and then just corroborated Eris's story, she realized, oh, Eris was being serious, and she was in a better headspace to accept information, and then she felt like an asshole, so she's probably going to say something to Eris. What are Mother's apologies like? Are they monetary? No. She probably just says sorry about that. Okay.
Sorry.
Mother tricks Hale into accepting 8-hour scroll instead of until the tournament is over, as specified in the contract. What are the penalties for non-compliance? That is just the DM forgetting to write down the exact length of the scroll and having to come up with something right there on the fly. So we're just going to hand wave that and say that she said originally that it was 8 hours. Mother can write scrolls now? Yes, shut up! Who is Gaius able to couple with? All the Fangbreakers are his subordinates, and he doesn't go to ML for facilities. Is there speed dating in Zelatar? Does he have a wife and kids? Who knows? He's definitely not coupling with his subordinates. And he's certainly not paying for sex. He's kind of private about his personal life.
I'll give it to him for free, bitch!
What if they try to put Fia into Eris and she ends up in the skin suit instead? What do you mean by ends up in the skin suit instead?
Eris is like technically
instead of Eris like controlling the skin suit, Fia would. Basically.
So like she takes over Eris's, so like taking over Eris's body?
They're asking what would happen if we try to put Fia's body instead of in Julius into Eris.
Oh, well then Fia would look like Eris, I guess. And Eris might...
Would Eris still exist? Because technically they don't have a soul.
I feel like Fia's will would override Eris.
Interesting.
Probably.
What are the odds Julius is in Cora right now?
Not very likely.
Yeah, I would say not likely. Oh, the skin suit? No, I don't. The skin suit is like just wearing clothes, I believe. She's just literally wearing skin. And so you like mean peel the skin off of Eris and then stick Fia in that? I feel like that would have the same effect as trying to put her into some like a suit, like some clothes.
Would it be like Alchemist, like Full Metal Alchemist rules, for example? Okay, so like Full Metal Alchemist, for those of you who don't know, Alphonse he's basically, he possesses a suit of armor and his soul is encapsulated into the suit of armor. But if somebody puts on the suit of armor, they're not taking over his body, they're just in the suit of armor. Well, he can also have sentience. So, like, I don't know how control would work. I would probably be a force of will, but, like, I feel like both personalities would coexist.
So, Eris is not a suit that can be put on.
Yeah.
But she wears a skin suit.
Yeah, but she wears that the way you wear a shirt. It's just skin that's
I made it.
Sewn together. It's not magical.
Yeah.
I think she put gentle repose on it so it doesn't rot. Or she could have just tanned
her
it.
body gives that off so it doesn't rot.
Yeah, but it's not, the skin itself isn't magical. It's just people's skin that she sewed together.
We call them trophies.
What are the odds the Stonehorns are alive in this realm? I'd say we could make that a reality. The Stonehorns are a clan of Minotaur that exists in my City of Blaze campaign, which is my other D&D campaign that exists in the same universe as Out of the Abyss. So, okay. how did Eris discover pulling apart her brain wires affects her mood?
In a very sad attempt to try and end her own life. But then realized, I don't feel so bad when these two are broken.
If Eris pulls apart her brain wires when she's upset, why does she still want to kill Gratz? Is it for someone else?
You can say.
You could still want to fix a problem even if you're not emotionally stirred up by it.
That one I got right. Let's go, baby. I said exactly that. I was like, because she's not emotionally driven to kill Gratz. She objectively just wants to make it happen.
If you needed to guard something, how many eyes would you ideally like the Watchman to have? I don't understand the context of this question. Does anyone have any ideas what we're referring to?
I had no idea, but I did answer the question.
What was the answer?
It said 181. I have no idea.
Is Birdie the cat still living their best life in the décolletage? Eris, what's Birdie the cat doing?
Birdie is probably cuddled up in silk sheets on her bed. There are cat toys everywhere. The window is open. She can come and go as she pleases.
Yep, that's what I said too.
Yeah, that's totally what you said. Yeah.
Oh, the Watchman guarding the armory has one eye. Let me go back to that question.
Oh.
How many eyes would you like the Watchman to have? It's not that he's guarding it. He's just there to, like, write down your request and hand it to you, pass it through. Let's see. I don't think they have too many troubles with people trying to, like, break into the armory. It's pretty locked up. And he's just there in the window saying, hey, what can I get you? And you can say, I would like to sign out 3 axes, please. And he goes, okay, write your name here, how many axes, and then your time in. And if you don't return it by tomorrow, you'll get a bill at your door. Okay. Did Gaius's lack of entourage bite him in the tail when the Chosen arrived? He could have been completely accompanied by an entourage and still have been negatively affected by the Chosen, because she can magically charm people with just a thought.
Aww.
And she thought she would love to have that guy under her thumb. If everyone who dies in Zelatar gets shunted into the abyss, how is Gratz going to benefit from their deaths? If a demon finds a lemur with Gratz's name on it, will they mail it to Azagratz or something? So this is an interesting question. First of all, this question is presupposing that Esther the Chosen is making these sacrifices in order to cast a spell, when there's actually no evidence of that. It could literally just be, I'm going to praise Gratz by committing murder. But also, I would say that if a demon lord claimed a soul, that if they died, that soul would automatically be claimed. It wouldn't have to go through the abyss and then mailed. I think it would just belong to that demon. But yes, Gratz could be benefiting from these deaths because he rules this land, and being afraid of Gratz is benefits his rule. So just think of a crazy, bloodthirsty monarch enjoying the sacrifices of beings.
With his head.
In the book of... Okay. I think that's the end of the questions. So many exceptions? That's true. There are. There are so many exceptions. Which is why presupposing how things work isn't going to get you anywhere in this world.
I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah. As the DM... Oh, the sneezy answer? Which Which one? Did Sneezy
What?
not answer everything?
What?
She said, who can say? When she said who can say, that means she doesn't want you to know because she wants you to find out in the game.
It's the DM answer.
Okay. Speaking of Sneezy, now that we're back. Oh, wait, I thought that Rin said he wanted to have a conversation with someone while you were, like, on the roof.
The moment has passed.
God damn it.
Just retcon, go back.
It wasn't an important conversation. It was just be fun.
It's important to us.
Okay, next time, just stick your foot in there and get it in. Okay. Eris, as you're heading to the Mother's Love to speak to Colette, before you reach there, you actually see Colette. She is accompanied by handmaidens, all succubi, and she's heading up to the pillar.
Can we say that last night I definitely raided Mother's old jewelry box where I took something that I gave her a long time ago?
Sure.
Perfect. It's like a little pearl necklace. I go, Colette!
It is the Warforged. Companion. Are you coming to see the fights? I believe they've already begun. I have a few bets placed.
Can I come with you?
Of course. I have my own
immediately
box.
walk over. And, like, put my arms around one of hers. I have something for you.
Yes?
And then just I put a hand out and then do that, and like the string of pearls comes down.
More pearls. She's covered in pearls, by the way.
Yeah, she loves them.
She looks at it and she's like kind of observing them. These are very genuine.
From before the fall of Baldur's Gate?
Before the liberation.
Before the liberation.
She takes them and she like wraps them around her neck. I'd say they're like a very like soft, delicate pink colored, which kind of stand out from the other white ones, which makes it look really nice.
Ching, you look so beautiful.
Thank you, my love. Now, shall we go and watch the festivities?
Of course. And just that smile that's so android, you know? There's nothing in her eyes.
Yeah, you guys will head over. She has a box. They will get everything sorted, order some bottles and drinks. The fights have begun. Let's see who's fighting right now. You see Gilead Strong from the Templars of the Sun and Shadowed One of the Bone Scraper clan, one of the Blood clans. They are scrapping pretty hard. Gilead Strong is a very paladin kind of shining armor, a mace, smite attacks. Does not look like he fits in this city. Like he really stands out. Whereas Shadowed One is an orc Yanagu tiefling, very similar to Fangbreakers. And he has like a giant just ball with spikes and a chain, and he's just swinging that thing around. They're going for it.
what was I'm sorry, the first guy? What is he a part of again? He's like a special group.
The Templar of the Sun, the Templars of the Sun. They are a special group.
Sun. Wasn't that the Resistance? Was that the same thing as?
They fit the description, but they are actually not from Zelatar.
Yeah, they're from Waterdeep.
They are from the City of God, which you would know used to be Waterdeep. City of God, or the Golden City, is rumored to be an authoritative dictatorship that has complete chokehold on its people. Very strict rules, like you spit on the sidewalk and you are being thrown in a deep dark dungeon type of intensity. The few Zelatarians who know about it don't have any real interest in going there, because the whole point of Zelatar is complete freedom. It's like, you can live whatever life you want to live. And yes, it's hard here, but if you're smart and if you make the system work for you, then, there's lots of opportunities here. It's kind of like the exact opposite of Zelatar. Some people don't even believe that it's real. Those who do know about it, it just doesn't sound very appealing to them. And very rarely delegates from the Golden City will come here. So it is odd to see them here fighting at the tournament. Why their faction would even be here is puzzling.
And the name of that guy? Sorry, I missed it.
Gilad, Gilad, Strong.
Okay.
And it's also odd. He looks like just a human. He doesn't
like a regular human.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a grass tiefling at all. It just looks like a regular human that, to you see that's what people used to look like before.
Yeah, I want to meet him. Eris is like, oh, I want to meet him.
Which one?
Like a human.
Oh, yes, that's the one I've put my money on.
Ooh, I will bet there too then.
Wonderful. Come here, please. And she'll call over to one of the bookies, and how much would you like to put on it?
I put 50 gold.
She'll 50 gold for Gilad Strong to be sanctified. Wonderful.
Oh shit, I did this wrong.
She hands you your ticket.
Thanks. God dang it, I did that wrong.
You sit and watch the fight, and Gilad Strong does put up a good fight. However, Shadowed One is quite ferocious, and unfortunately you do see him eventually get completely overpowered. Shadowed One overpowered Gilad Strong, and by the end of it he's got him choked with his chain. Like his chain is around his neck, and he's pulling before the fight is actually called. And Colette goes, oh, we just won. And
so I'm so excited, but also I'm so dead inside. I'm like, oh no, human.
Yeah, you see Esther take the stage, draw a symbol into his forehead as he's on his knees, clasping at his throat, and as soon as the symbol is drawn, his eyes just kind of flutter. And then he is taken to the infirmary.
Do I get a good look at that symbol?
It is the same symbol as...
It's a symbol of Grass.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like an infinity sign with like an arrow pointing down and like a little skull in the middle.
Okay.
Hold on to that ticket and turn it in later.
You're my lucky charm. I give her a kiss on the cheek.
Thank you, love. As you continue to watch the fights, are you doing or saying anything else?
First of all, I'm looking to see Gaius, and if I can catch his eyes.
Gaius is announcing all of the fights. You notice when he sees the whole like ritualistic symbol thing, he kind of, but he's too far away for you to really make out too much. But then he continues. He like hesitates for a second and then calls in the next fight between Doris Bellow and Mudskip.
I hobble into Colette and like knead into her, almost like I'm a cat myself. I just go, what happens after all of the sacrifices have been marked?
My mistress likes to make a show of it. I think they will all be sacrificed at the same time, in front of everyone, so that they will all know the greatness of our Lord.
Oh. Okay. So we just killing him? And then there's no, like, big...
It is hallowed suffering.
Hallowed normally means, like, deities.
Yes, our Lord Gratz is the god of this city, of this land.
Oh. I will have to update my memory. Has he become a god now?
He's always been God.
She looks confused. She tries to play it off like she looks confused, and like she's definitely updating stuff in her mind. You know what I mean? To go along with this, and she goes,
"Oh, hail Gratz.
Praise the beautiful Prince of Darkness."
He's very pretty. I only met him the once, but he was very pretty.
Oh, you got to meet our Lord? You
yes,
lucky
he's very
girl. Everyone pines for his presence. It is an addiction. They say any mortal who stands in his presence cannot live without him. Many go mad if they ever fall from his grace.
Oh, I could understand that. Becomes an obsession, I guess.
Yes, the ultimate obsession. Many end their own lives if it has been taken from them.
Well, I hope you and your mistress never lose his favor.
Oh, I doubt we ever would. Esther is quite devoted to him. In fact, she was created by him.
Created? How?
Lily twos are all created.
A child?
She had a mortal life long ago. He transformed her.
Into the Lily two?
Yes.
How did he transform her?
He gave her his blessing after she served him very well.
So, is Esther from before?
Esther is an ancient succubus. When a succubus serves, they can become transformed.
Should tell Mother.
Oh, Valentina?
Yes.
She's nice, though I don't think she has what it takes to be one of Gratz's chosen. She cares a little too much about her own success, though she does serve her purpose.
What purpose does she serve?
Well, she helps the residents of this blessed city indulge in everything that they could dream of, which is all a form of worship to our Lord.
Does that mean I worship constantly?
I believe it does. Also, everyone who runs a business in this city does pay their taxes to the Lord, so her enrichment is his enrichment.
Fair enough. So there will be one final ceremony where all of the chosen come together to be sacrificed?
Oh, you mean the ones we marked?
Yeah.
Those are not chosen. Gratz's chosen are his high priestesses.
Oh.
Those are just sacrifices.
Are you a chosen?
No.
No.
No. I serve his chosen. I am her very loyal servant.
I knead into her.
She purrs.
How many chosen does he have?
Many. A few that live in this city.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She got way too why there?
Why?
No. She got way too why, and I was like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
asking questions.
She'll gleefully keep calling over the bookie to place more bets, order more drinks, and let's pull back over to Dane, Tiscarhill, and Rin.
And so, Cora, that's why rock beats scissors. Scissors cuts paper, and then paper covers rock.
But cover, not beat. Why paper beat rock? Make no sense.
Because the rock can't move, and then it's covered, and nobody can see the rock.
So if you can't see something, then they lose?
Yes.
Cora no think so. Cora not be seen all the time, and Cora win.
But you can move.
Rock can't move anyway.
Yes. Exactly. You get it.
Okay.
What else would you like to see today, Cora? All right, Karen.
Karen see enough. Karen, go back to tower now. Thank you. Karen will remember you.
Going back.
Yes.
Cora,
Yes.
will you sneak away from Fia again?
No.
Will you run away from Fia?
Cora, go now. She hops down. Thank you for showing.
If you're going and you find Faror, please check that he's okay.
You know Faror?
I was basically Faror's brother.
Basically?
I am not from the same parents as him.
Friends.
Same bloodline, not the same parents. Cousin.
Cousin. Cora no cousin. Could just say cousin.
It's slightly different from that, but close enough.
Sorry, Cora just got distracted by magical sushi that appear.
Magical fish.
Thanks, sexy man in the sky. As she slips down, she's going to lean over and whisper just into Hale's ear. Cora, find Furor. Don't tell Fia in Julius. Cora, go now.
And Hale will nod
And then she'll
let her
turn
go
and
her way.
wave at everyone, say, thank you for food. Tell Shiny Cora says hi.
It
don't
was
think
nice to meet
shiny,
a
but-
Kenku for once.
She
He
giggles.
says that under his breath.
Let's say Tizkar kind of like elbows Rin.
Should we ask her to stay? Should we let her go?
She, as you're like whispering, you
gone.
turn, she's gone. It's like she
Dang it.
disappeared.
Just into the shadows. She could
I
be
would
in
like
does
to
right
ask a
see
now.
her
very
try
good
to stop
question
her
of
day.
why does paper, why does
Danger's up.
not saying something make it lose?
I
She
think we might have. I'm conflicted.
She is,
like-
if she is as strong as the legends say, she probably just, if she's going to run, that helps her.
In the same vein, I would have liked to see you try to stop her, Dane.
I wouldn't
Or any
dare.
of us, for that matter.
I wouldn't
It
dare.
was interesting that her mood seemed to have shifted toward the end of our conversation.
I
If
think
anyone
I
noticed that.
think I shared too much.
Actually, I
Well,
think you
did
shared
wonderfully.
enough. From what it sounds like,
Just-
she's been living in a realm of delusion for a long time. And it's probably a good thing that she finds out the truth. Even if that hurts.
Also may have just dined with Gratz's biggest enemy to date.
It's not like you did anything against him.
You don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know what we just did.
We dined with a sweet little old lady. He smiles.
Named Karen.
What kind of name is
Dinner.
Karen?
A dinner with a living demigod
Named Karen.
named Karen.
Fucking Karen.
Well, upon my travels, I've happened across the curious saying that people sometimes express their truth, but sometimes the truth that is based on fact is very different. Perhaps she remembers something that she's perceived. Perhaps what's going on here is a little bit different. But I mean, I'm from Limbo, so I'm not rooted in this world. I don't know your backstory. I just know I appeared here not too long ago.
I don't know.
Regardless, I think
This worries me.
it is good what we've done. We've started the... What's the saying? We have started the sphere rolling.
You've gotten the ball rolling.
That, he points that.
Let's hope it doesn't get covered by paper. With
That
that,
is like a
Dane,
Jamich thing to say.
yeah, with that, Dane, like you see through his masks, his lips actually curl into a little bit of a smile, and he walks out.
Dane, be careful. Your lips are showing.
They always show.
What are you doing staring at his lips?
Dane just like continues to walk out.
Do you not?
No, because I can hear him and I don't have to try to lip read.
I thought it was considered good societal expectations to look at someone's face while they speak.
At their face, yes. At their eyes, possibly.
And our lips not
Listen,
part of
if
the
I
face.
don't read the subtitles, okay, I can't hear you.
Also, you're taller than Dane, so you looking at his lips means he's looking at lower than his eyeballs.
And it's still his face.
Yes, Carl, when you look at someone's lips, it means you want to kiss them, usually.
Oh.
Does Tiskar have lips?
He, I don't think so.
Lizards?
Some
I don't
do
think
and
lizards
some
have
don't.
lips.
Some
Yeah, some
creatures
some
do
don't.
and some don't, I guess.
Say,
Good
I don't
choice.
think so. I think the answer is no to that question, so.
Hale doesn't have
Okay.
lips either.
Yeah.
Neither does Eris. There is a disproportionate amount of lipless characters
Of
in
lip-
this
yeah.
party.
It looks like she has lips.
Okay, fair enough.
They're like there's like a line that's like been etched in.
It's a separate piece so that you can move it individually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You form sounds normally, like everyone else does.
Well, perhaps there was lots of kissing on the activities that was happening earlier, and he kind of side-eyes his car.
Anyway. What is the plan now?
Yeah, and you guys, you are kind of free to do what you wish. You know that the fights will finish tonight, and then tomorrow are the winners of the last 2 days will go against each other, and then the day after that is the semifinals, the semifinals, and the finals. You know that after that, so in 2 days, there's going to be presumably a big sacrifice. And you know that Eris is sitting in a box. If you walk by and look around, you'll see one of the boxes, same level as Ajani's box, by the way. Eris cuddled up to a big lamia.
Out of character question, since I wasn't here last week, has Hale talked to Eru about forcing Fia out of the phylactery? What was the answer to that? What was the resolution of that conversation?
I don't know if he's picked a direction, but basically you could just beat the crap out of Julius until Fia gets punted out.
Yeah. That's
Hale, did you ever talk to the cat?
Yes, I did.
What did he say?
Well, first we have to pick a vessel. The group, I guess the crew, has come up with some interesting ideas, such as a predecessor era failure, I think she called. Or I was also given the option of putting Fia in this adorable little doll.
You pull up a Fia doll. No, it's not a Fia doll. It's a little bunny.
rabbit.
It's a little blue bunny.
Yeah.
It's a...
Yeah.
Tiskar, like, leans down and squints at it. I think this would make her angry. I like it.
Temporarily. At least, until we get everything sorted. There's no guarantee that putting an entire soul into a vessel that is not designed for said vessel will go smoothly.
This is Fia we're talking about.
Yes. And if she's not willing, that's another story.
I mean, she's not going to be willing regardless, so...
We have toyed around with the idea of convincing her to leave. And I believe the option of the android
He doesn't know about
Better.
this.
Tia does not know about this yet.
Yeah.
None of you have spoken to her about that.
His car doesn't know about us putting her in an android.
Yeah, no, this is
Oh, I
news
just
to
mentioned
him.
that. Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
This is.
What? Android. What?
The predecessor. Eris has so kindly offered to bring us to her home, where there may be other uninhabited beings like herself.
Vessels.
Yes.
This is all fine and great, but I still very highly doubt she's going to be willing.
Yes, I also highly doubt that, which is why I am mentally preparing myself to beat the shit out of Julia.
Are we really going to have to beat the shit out of Julius?
It's a saying, not literally, but
Okay,
if she
good.
is uncooperative, then yes.
That was not a pretty picture. Anyway. And are you certain that's not going to kill him? If we beat the
There is-
metaphorical shit out of him?
Sorry, I just had a chunk of wasabi hit me in the back of the throat, and it was intense.
That is why I would like to proceed in a less violent manner. But of course, that has to be the backup. Violence may not be the best answer, but it is an answer.
I suppose we can try. That is all we can do. Where's her home? Where is she?
Where is she?
Eris or Tria?
Eris. I doubt we
She
can
said
go
she
into
had-
her home when she's not here.
Well, I don't know where her home is.
Case in point. Let's go find Eris.
I'm sure. But I have a shift at.
I will go find Eris.
End scene.
By the way, when Dane slipped away, he went to the mother's love, and he tried the door first, but if it's locked, he will force his way through, and then went into Eris's room and forcibly cleaned it as well.
God. Is it badly
I need you
cleaned?
to understand that when you walk into Eris's room, it is spotless. Everything
sure.
has a proper place, and on top of the bed, just stretched out and just like there is silk sheets and all of that, but then there's just piles of furs that Birdie uses to make biscuits in.
I will organize the furs. I will go into every single drawer and organize the drawer. If it's organized already, I'll reorganize it.
You find like G-strings.
Just
Yeah,
make
yeah,
a
yeah.
mess and then clean the mess up.
Yeah, no, he does. Okay, he does not specifically make a mess. He just rearranges things better, in his opinion.
Oh no.
Does he just like shift everything slightly but doesn't really clean anything?
No. He's putting in a massive amount of effort to try and show Eris that he is doing something nice to clean for her.
Can't wait for Eris to see this.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, he looks behind like
Wait,
desks
make an
and
investigation.
cabinets and like looks for any sort of dust.
Make
that would
make
be
an
there.
investigation check.
Investigation or perception? Which one do you want?
Investigation, because you're looking.
Okay.
You're looking for stuff.
I'm not really actively looking, but yes. 16.
Ooh.
With a 16, at the very back of one of her like undergarment area, areas, hidden, you find a small mahogany box that looks like it's very intricately carved, well polished, very, very old.
Okay. Unless there's any Dane's also doesn't want to like invade privacy actively, so like he's not going to open it if it's like unless it's
That's
there's
what you
some
find.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You
So
just
he looks at it, he
do
goes,
you.
"That's an interesting thing," and then puts it right back where it belongs, but in a different spot than it originally was, because he's organizing things in a better way.
Birdie,
And
who
then
has
he
been splayed out, is just watching you intentively.
Yeah. And then afterwards, after he's all done, like he even like looks behind cabinets and like dressers for like any dust that might be there, and he like cleans it off if there's any at all, which I doubt there is. But he looks, and then he writes a note, and it says, like I cleaned your room. This isn't a trap, I promise. And then signs his name.
Winky face.
Yeah.
And you just leave it on the bed?
Yeah, I leave it on the bed next to the cat.
Birdie just kind of looks at you, and then as soon as you leave the room, Birdie starts ripping the note apart and making a little paper pile on the ground.
No, you left a mess. All my hard work.
All right. Eris, are you spending the rest of the evening with Colette?
I spend the rest of the fight with Colette because again, I am going to go check on Gaius.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything during the fights before we fast forward? Or are you all done with your... Are you guys watching them, or are you going off to do your own shit?
Rin would definitely take Grim with him to go see the fights, and then he's going to be taking notes about like how to improve armor and pitch it to Gaius later.
Okay. You'll be happy to hear that there are a handful of Fang Breakers who make it into the next thing. We've got Zarathus Fire Fist, Miro the Phantom, Brain, all win their fights tonight. So, Fang Breakers are representing well. All right. After the fights, Colette will stretch, have a drink, and then ask you if you want to accompany her uptown for more partying.
Uptown? What will we do there? Like uptown, like up out of here?
Yeah, like where they do weird shit.
Of course. May I say hello to Gaius before I go?
Are you friends with the Fangbreaker Alpha?
No, but I will get him, I swear.
All right, well, just meet us at Iron Street in the next hour or two. We'll be heading out. We'll come back tomorrow. We will be gone, though. We will be out until tomorrow's fights. Maybe longer, so...
That sounds wonderful. And I just give her a quick peck on the cheek and run off to see Gaius.
Okay. Gaius will be in the infirmary. Kind of. You'll see him head that way. Like, you've been keeping an eye on him. He goes to the infirmary. You follow in. The place is filled with wounded. All hands on deck. Danica and her coworkers are just like going from bed to bed, setting bones, stitching up wounds.
Is the human in here?
Yeah.
I go right to him.
This human,
Bend down.
this 20-something-year-old, he's got tan skin and blonde hair. He's laying in the bed. You can see the marks around his neck from where he was choked by the chain. And the mark on his forehead that was carved in by the claw of Esther. And he is just staring blankly up at the ceiling.
I put a hand on his cheek.
It's warm.
Too warm?
Warmth of the living.
Are you awake in there?
He kind of blinks and then slowly gazes at you. Awake.
Hello, beautiful.
I lost, didn't I?
You did. Do you know what that means?
Shame.
I run my fingers through his hair.
Does that hurt?
Everything hurts.
Why do you look human?
'Cause I am.
How?
My mom is a human. My dad is a human. Their parents are human.
There are humans in what not Water's Deep.
The city of
What's that?
God.
Yeah.
Everyone is a human there. We don't
Really?
have demons in our streets.
How?
Helios protects us from the abyss. No demons.
I hear it's very strict. Is that true?
We have order, which compared to the abyss might seem strict. But we do what we must to keep the demons away.
There are no demons.
Helios protects.
I'm gonna do something, and I put a hand on that wound of his, the one of Grajet's, and I cast protection from good and evil.
That would protect him from charm and fear effects, correct?
I think so. I'm hoping. No, he doesn't seem, but he's lucid.
Yeah.
But no, but so was what's his name?
What's his name?
Gaius.
Yeah. Let me just borrow a stat block
Hang on.
to make a save.
I'm wondering. I don't have third level spells, so I can't remove curse or any of that.
He winces a little bit. It almost feels like a static shock where that mark is, but he doesn't seem to change. He has a very like sedated, kind of sleepy, neutered aura.
I don't think I can help you.
I don't need your help. I just hope the others do better than I did.
You're going to be sacrificed.
What?
This mark on you, you're going to be sacrificed to Graja.
Helios will protect us.
If that's true, then why did he send you here?
We tried to proselytize, bring people back, save them from this hellhole, this nightmare.
You're being very aggressive, and I understand, okay? I get it. I'm from before the fall.
So you know this world doesn't belong to them.
I remember the sun.
Then you understand why we would want to bring people back out of this eternal night.
Yes. And I will help you if I can, but I don't think that you're gonna... You're in danger here.
It's always dangerous coming here.
I hope your god gets your soul before Graja does.
He won't let us die.
I look really sad.
He starts
I look
muttering.
so sad.
My people, they'll protect me. They won't let it happen. Lucille, she's our leader. She's not in the tournament, but
Where is she?
she's with our camp.
Where's that? I'll go find her.
We camped with the grounds. You know that on Iron Street near Mother's Love, there's like campgrounds. It's basically like when you go to a music festival and there's like a whole lawn set up where people can put their camps and shit. Everyone who's come for the tournament that is not from this direct area has set up a base of operations there. Our camp.
Okay.
She's there. I just don't have the stones to face her yet. I lost.
You fought well.
Not well enough.
All that matters is that you get back up. It doesn't matter how many times you go down.
Thanks. Wait, is that a ticket that says you bet I would lose? No, just kidding.
Yeah, she is gonna be like, I didn't know that was what I was betting on. I swear to God.
It must be my imagination.
I cast that shit in. I also give him 5 healing hands.
Oh, that feels good. You're a paladin. I thought we only had paladins up back home.
Always have been, always will be.
Well, if you ever find your way up north, you can be a guest with House Brightsoul.
House Brightsoul. Thank you. I'm Eris, by the way.
Hi, Eris. I'm Gillid.
Nice to meet you. I hope you... Yeah, don't die horribly.
He's like kind of unsettled by that.
And she'll get up. Look over it. Go ahead.
Yeah, are you looking for Gaius?
Yeah, I look over for Gaius.
Yeah, Gaius is leaning over. I'm going to see if any of his gladiators have lost. Fangbreaker tournament. There's so much shit in here. Holy shit. I know that some have lost. It's statistically. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah. Griselda the bear.
That's who he's leaning over?
Yes. Let me find her note so I can tell you who the fuck she is. Let's see. Let's find her. Oh. She is a wild shaper. She wild shapes into a bear and also has a bear companion and is a Goliath. She is a Goliath Yanagu tiefling. So Goliath, but think like how Gaius has like kind of hyena features. So she's got like some spots. She's got a big red mane. She's sitting there kind of like wincing. She got pretty mangled in her fight. And she has the mark on her forehead. And Gaius is just kind of staring down and he's like asking her questions, but she seems only partially lucid. She's muttering a lot. She's mumbling.
I go up and give her 5 healing as well. See if that brings her back a little.
You close some of her wounds, but whatever mark has been put on their forehead feels a bit magical. Gaius will like turn and look at you and he'll go, "Roses."
Perfect. Perfect. That's all I wanted to know.
Do you have a plan?
I have information if you have somewhere private to talk.
Yeah, come into my office.
I do. Follow him.
All right. You go into the office with Gaius. I need to check in with the rest of everybody else. What are you guys doing?
Yep.
You just watching the fights, or do you know that you and Gaius and all of that have a understanding? You would probably see Eris and Gaius excuse themselves to the office, so I'm giving you an opportunity to meet up.
Tiskar's searching. Tiskar's been searching for Eris this entire time, so he would, upon seeing them, kind of skirt his way through the crowd.
Okay. Then you would definitely catch up. Why are you guys out of order?
I had temporary
Dane.
internet disconnection.
Oh, let me fix y'all. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I'm giving you guys an opportunity to get back together into the same room. If you don't want to take that opportunity and want to do something else, please let me know. Yes? No?
I'll go. We'll go.
Okay.
I will join up with
Hail, I
everybody.
found Eris. Come with me. Boom.
Yeah.
So
Why did I just sound like Dane right there? What the fuck?
Rin's gonna notice them all.
I will join everybody as well.
Okay.
Dane, I found Eris. Come with me. Boom.
Rin's gonna
Okay.
whisper over
I
to
didn't know
Grim.
they were lost.
Rin is whispering to Grim.
He's gonna be like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go join the others that seem to be converging.
Wow, you have this feeling that the plot is moving and you don't want to be left behind. I understand, son. Never let the plot leave you behind.
Here's some fun money. Just make sure you don't go too crazy. Thanks.
I won't. There's no good titties here to spend money on. Okay. You all find yourself.
Oh, look, Rin. I found Eris. Come with me.
As Gaius is leading Eris into his office, he sees the rest of you, and then he kind of looks around, and then he gives you the little, like, hurry up and get in here.
Oh, hi, guys.
Did he say the secret password?
Yes.
Daffodils.
I thought it was
Gaius
banana.
looks at Tizkar like, oh no, is he under a gish?
No,
It's stupid.
he's just being funny.
Oh.
Okay,
Information.
information. The fuck. Where did I write it down? He, that city to the north, that one that used to be Waterdeep, is protected by a god called Helios. They're all humans there, like from before all of this shit happened.
How do you untime out somebody?
Can
someone untime out Gabriel? I debated him into saying tits, and my bot just timed him out.
Someone with power has to do that.
Yeah, I got
/ unban.
Is it
it.
unban?
Untime out.
Okay, will you do that? Thank you so much. Sorry, Gabriel. My bot does that
All
automatically.
right, let me time him out again. Oh.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah,
It
Dave.
does it to me too, man.
Republic. I was just trying to say words to get timed out again. Dane just goes, I've heard those stories. I've heard those rumors. None of it checks out.
Yes, it does check out. The one there's a literal human in the hospital wing right now.
From the Golden City, you mean?
Yes, from the Golden City. The Golden City is where used to be called Waterdeep, just like this used to be Baldur's Gate.
That is outside Gratz's territory, I believe.
Yes.
Bad news. Definitely wouldn't recommend it. Everyone who comes from there, something wrong with them.
What do you mean there's
You
something
say
wrong
that
with
like
them?
there's nothing wrong with the people here.
Yeah. Explain to me how there's something wrong with them. What's wrong with them?
They're delusional.
You're delusional.
The people of the Golden City are not free.
Okay. Fair. But there's a deity there.
So they say.
That keeps them safe. And keeps them untainted. And you're not tieflingy fiends.
I am
It's
not
real.
tainted.
Okay. Everybody here is a fiend now. That wasn't always the case. Yes, tieflings existed, but so did gnomes and halflings and orcs and Goliath.
And
none of them had horns.
All of them still exist. We just have
Are
physical
mixed
features.
with. Okay.
Listen.
He looks at you bewildered, like confused that you find this to be a bad thing. That's like you may as well be saying everyone here has red hair all of a sudden, and 100 years ago nobody had red hair. That's like how his brain interprets that.
I remember the sun. I remember flowers. I remember what it was like before all of this. I remember not having to have blood battles to survive.
Dane puts a hand on Eris's shoulder, and he goes, Eris.
What?
If you really want to go explore the Golden City, I will go with you. But I also want to warn you, it's not going to be what you expect.
I hear it's very authoritative. But also, we could be a guest at House Brightsoul.
How's Bright Soul?
Yes.
You mean yes, the Bright Souls. They come visit every couple years. Send delegates. Try to recruit people to their city. They usually aren't. They don't usually get the reception they're hoping for. Most Celatarians are not interested in what they have to offer. But hey, if you ever find yourself wealthy enough to leave the city, I'm sure you're going to have a great time.
Anyways, you're gonna need people if you want to stop whatever is happening. And Lucille is the person that leads all of these paladins. Okay, they're camping on Iron Street.
Oh,
You
I'm
have.
assuming it's an order of paladins, right?
I don't know.
Do you know the name of their order?
Is it the one you dropped out of?
Dropped out of? Or
Yeah.
the one that imploded from the inside out?
Hang on, I have this. I have it. I wrote it down somewhere.
Corruption. And rats playing a mean trick on us.
Okay, wait. Who did you follow as that paladin? Who is your god?
Helios.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
We attempted contact of this god, this deity. Let me tell you, any attempt at actual communication was not a real, genuine attempt. It was full of false hope, false rituals, and it was all just a game in order to manipulate us further. I don't want you to go into this city with the expectation that there is a hope of safety.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to the city, okay? I'm not worried about being safe. I'm fine. I am just saying, if we need people to fight what's coming, having a whole bunch of, like, people that can smite and whatnot, helpful. Also, just so we're all aware, all of the people with that mark on their forehead, they're all gonna get gathered at the end and slaughtered, and then this is gonna hallow the ground.
We are going to not let that happen if we can come up with a plan. Should we kill them now, or are we waiting till the last minute?
Any attempt to get to the sacrifices will have to go through the Chosen.
Yeah, the
I
Chosen
would
that
much rather
Grajit made.
avoid that. It seems like a likely plea for death.
Can we transfer those symbols to someone else? Maybe some demons that make these people look like they're the
decoy.
Yeah. And that way the souls that are being sacrificed are really just corrupted and shitty in the first place.
Okay. Do you need to go kidnap some demons?
Well, I've been invited to go and party on Iron Street and go up. So if a whole bunch of people wanted to come and start bagging people, that would be fantastic.
I'm down.
Also, I did mention that I wanted you I mentioned you to Colette because I needed to leave to come see you, Gaius, that I was interested in you. So pretend to be my date. Then go off and grab someone.
Wait, can you... Pardon?
Bro, come with me. All of you, come with me. Grab people, bring them back, start transferring marks. It's got to be easy. There's got to be a way to make them all look like the people.
Okay.
I would prefer to figure out how to transfer the marks before grabbing people.
I thought we were just going to try to kill her, but this is a much more funny solution. So, yes, I will...
Do you want to kill Esther? Do you think you can beat her?
I think...
She is, first of all, like a bajillion-year-old succubus that was turned into a Lilitu by Grajit himself with his powers.
Listen.
Do you think you can do it?
Hmm.
What?
while I was down to try, I still think going around and snatching people is pretty amusing, and I'm absolutely willing to go down that path with you.
Listen,
Am I being
we
funny?
don't need to.
Am I being funny, Rin?
No. Listen.
Well,
you said
tea in
what you
front of
said
that
was
bag.
smart. No, listen. We don't have to necessarily replace the sacrifices. We just have to corrupt them. There's got to be some way, some ritual to make the souls not impure, but corrupted.
I mean, they could sell their souls, and then they don't have souls to burn away.
Exactly.
I think the Chosen just wants their flesh, and they just marked them so that they can keep track of who is going to be consumed.
The mark has power.
It has the power to not be erased.
So wait, in that case, adding the mark to more people is just going to cause more issue.
It has the power to not be erased.
Meaning you can't just heal it away.
Yeah, but can you cut it out?
There is a way to remove it. There always is.
Can you cut it out?
I guess they won't have foreheads anymore.
Dane immediately walks out and goes to find somebody with a mark.
No.
That is the first instinct Dane has. Is to experiment this, to see if this process is effective or not.
I'm trying my best here, but
you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Listen.
I just want her out of Rosewood. She's bad news. If she starts sacrificing people to Gratz, more demons are going to start coming and wanting to sacrifice people to Gratz, and then this place is going to be overrun just like all the other neighborhoods in the area.
Oh, yeah. And then there's other stuff that's going on that you don't know about yet, but we'll get to that when we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I should have stayed in the Blood Plains. Life was simpler back then.
Do you really believe that killing her would not draw more attention to this place?
Nah, you're probably right. We just need to get her out, though.
Do we think we can convince her that this place isn't worth her time?
We can do that. We could get someone else to kill her.
I have a theory. That making this place a hallowed ground, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They just need blood or souls or something. Continue keeping open the vortex. And keeping Grajit in power. He needs so many sacrifices to keep him at his current strength level.
I've never heard that before. It's certainly a theory. Do you think that portal is even capable of being closed?
I don't know, but I will admit it. I have been working on it for 100 years. Okay.
So wait, hold on.
Well, okay, yes.
I think I might be having a thought.
Oh, okay. Don't hurt yourself.
If a soul is sacrificed, but it's already spoken for, will the effect of the sacrifice be null and void?
That's kind of what I'm hoping.
I like look over to Hale, I look over to everybody else for like confirmation on this.
I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Maybe Ara would know?
If we have a soul that is corrupted in the mix of souls that are not, does that corrupt the rest of the souls?
Soulception.
Again. Gaius has mentioned that they want the bodies, not so much specifically the soul. If we are looking to
I always
sacrifice
assumed
the
it was
souls
just a
for-
celebration of carnage.
Probably,
Yeah,
but there's got to be some reason behind it.
This place has
Figure it
been relatively less affected by Gratz's influence than the rest of the city, meaning it has been kind of left to its own devices for a while. Maybe he just doesn't want that to be the case anymore.
Or his chosen have free will and have decided that this place is the next fun.
That is true. His chosen typically do run amok.
I look at the party minus Gaius.
Minus Gaius.
I'm
Poor
gonna
Gaius.
say something. You're probably not gonna like it, because there's someone in here that doesn't quite know all the stuff that's been happening. But do we think that maybe it's because of Fia and Cora?
Hale's gonna look at Gaius.
Everyone
look at
slow
Gaius.
turns to look at Gaius.
Yeah, everyone slow turns to look at Gaius.
Who did you just say?
There's a play
Well, yeah,
we might be able to make.
Listen, I realize that you think that you killed Fia, but lol, JK.
What?
Lol, JK. And her family's coming to here.
What?
Hi. It's nice to meet you. My name's Eris. I'm uncomfortable. Is this normal? I'm gonna hang on. And she just moves a flap, opens her head, and then just rips a wire. Oh, that's better.
What
Well, now I
the
got
fuck did you
more to
just do?
fix. Dang it.
What?
The short end of it, Gaius, is that you failed to kill Fia.
No. He did kill Fia. She just had a phylactery.
The vampire is not gone?
Mm-mm.
And how long have you known about this?
Not long.
Less than a week.
4 days, perhaps.
Listen, you had something else you were worried about. This.
You guys knew this all along and you didn't tell me or Gaius?
Roll a
Thank you,
deception
Lewis.
check, Jane.
Where is she?
How dare you guys hide this from me and Gaius?
She is not quite corporeal right now.
And that is the
Like
problem.
ghosty. And a little insane.
Listen.
I feel like she's the
we
last of our
might
problems
not-
right now.
We might not altogether be able to beat Esther. But there's certain advantages to Fia still being here. And what she's brought with her. Maybe with all of our forces combined, we would stand a chance. But we would have to do it discreetly. Gratz couldn't find out that it was us.
I would rip my own eyeballs out and feed them to the chosen before working with that vampire.
Okay, that's a little dramatic, and I'm just gonna need you to breathe in deeply with me. Let out the anger, okay? You're a wonderful person and you care about your people, okay? You have to sometimes make sacrifices to protect the people that you love.
I am going to find her and I'm going to finish the job. And
I sit your ass down right now.
He starts moving towards the door.
She gets in front of him.
Gynoid, move!
Don't you dare!
Sit down and talk.
That vampire is a danger to this neighborhood, and she needs to go.
Okay, and you can share that information with us, and we can then make a informed decision on how we're saving Rosewood. Otherwise, I'm just gonna fucking pack up and leave you humans to die. Okay? Leave you mortals to die.
Where is Thea?
No.
With your mom, okay? Enough.
With your
Vampires. Okay. The problem. Devons.
Yeah.
Overreaching.
Yep.
Causing a stir.
Yes. So how are we dealing with this? Are we raising an army? Are we, like, replacing the people? Are we trying to figure out what the whole ceremony entails? Or am I just gonna go party with Colette? Because honestly, fuck you guys. I've had enough right now.
You've gotten information out of her handmaiden?
As much as I can. Where do you think this is coming from? And then she opens her head again and just snaps that one wire.
Dane's actually gonna stop you from doing that.
No, stop it!
As like he holds your hand, holds your hands away from it, and he goes, "This is me helping you."
I would like to.
No, it's not.
Just in case you might have forgotten. Maybe you remember this, and this is what you're going off of. But you did see Esther's face depositing the Morning Stone Gloaming Stone on the recording.
Yeah.
So
maybe she's here for the stones. And as I try and wiggle to get that one wire.
No, I'm actively holding you back still.
the stones.
Do you hear?
Do you mean Fia's obsession?
Yes. And currently, not currently, but was Dane's. Because Dane had one and he went nuts.
So all of this is the vampire's fault. I am not surprised.
I don't believe that Esther and the vampire are related.
The vampire was obsessed with the stones. And you just said, maybe she's here for the stones. The vampire brought the stones here.
Well, no, Esther was the one that originally... Yeah, she did bring them here. But Esther had them originally.
Okay. Listen. This is... The stones were just a means to another end. They summoned something. Something made of pure chaos, darkness, and evil.
Cora?
Thea is sent to...
Aaron?
Thea is hell-bent on controlling this power. But based on what I've seen, I don't think anybody can control it. But it's on our side. If we ask it, we might be able to stand a chance. And then blame and pin the entire murder on that thing, and we are scot-free.
That's fucked up. Oh my god.
So you are saying that the Chosen put the stone somewhere, and then Fia took that stone and brought it here.
Yeah.
So now is the Chosen here because they were looking for it?
Or for that? That's the question. So I really feel like we should really just beat the answers out of Fia.
I am going to kill that vampire, so if you want to question her, I suggest you do it when I'm not there. But I am giving you until the end of this... Wait, we don't have the time to the end of this tournament. Why does all this shit happen all at once? When I'm busy, everything goes to shit.
You see Eris give him the big eyes, the like, you're yelling at me.
It's funny because he talks so softly, so even when he raises his voice by like 3 decibels, which is still softer than the average person, it's still very intimidating.
I tried so hard.
You are doing great!
Okay!
No.
The Chosen...
Okay.
The Chosen is surrounded by an entourage. That's where she gains her strength. If we can pick off her entourage, she will be easy to deal with. We can frame it on an accident. People die all the time in this city.
Okay. Well,
Can we
I'm
make
going
it
partying
so...
with them tonight.
Can we lead them outside of the city?
Outside of the city? You mean outside of Rosewood?
Yes. I feel like a death in the city would draw undue attention.
That sounds
But if
like
we can draw them out of the city...
Out of the neighborhood.
maybe we have a chance.
Okay, then Rosewood is literally just a neighborhood, okay? The city is massive.
Dane gives you a dirty look.
Okay,
Not just a neighborhood.
That look kind of makes you look like you poopied your pants. So.
Deal with the handmaidens. Deal with the entourage.
Handmaidens. Is that Colette?
Yes.
Or is it? Okay.
You can take her. Come on, look at you.
Maybe not tonight. I used a lot of my shit.
Well, you have 3 days. You have 3 days.
The other handmaidens, who are they? Are they the rest of the Lamia?
Her ladies of loss. Colette was the only one that came to the tournament.
So, we have to kill all of them or just Colette?
I believe those who came with the Chosen were Colette and her handmaidens. Handmaidens upon handmaidens. It's such a headache. And also a Glabrazul, her companion. Oh.
What's a Glabrazul?
It's like a giant crustacean-looking demon.
Oh.
I say
Glabrazu.
A Glabrazu?
Okay, I was like, what's a Glabrazul?
I thought it was a Glabrazul, not a Glabrazu.
Okay.
It's a weird word.
It's a fantasy
like
word.
Chaos.
Gaish?
Chaos.
Gay-ass.
Gias.
Gay-ass.
What'd you call me?
Anyway.
Whoa.
I mean, that's correct, though.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Guys, we're getting off track here.
Yeah, hold on. We're getting a little off track. Do you guys want to plan an assassination at the party? Do you want to get... Okay, yeah, let's try to hone this in.
Guys, let's plan an assassination at the party.
To you
But
guys.
outside of the party, outside of neighborhood limit.
The party that Eris was invited to is outside of Rosewood.
Perfect.
And
it's
I could
the perfect
probably
plan.
lead her
Nothing
off
will
at some
ever
point.
go. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah,
Why would you say that?
Isn't that tonight, though?
They're gonna be
I
partying.
have to leave now.
Multiple days.
Yeah, she's gonna be partying.
It's a multi-day party.
Dude, she doesn't sleep, man.
God.
She's a demon.
Take 3 levels of exhaustion.
How many handmaidens does she have?
Yeah, how many handmaidens does she have? They were with her.
She had like an entourage of like 6 or 7, very commoner-esque.
Oh, okay, commoner. Okay.
Easy to deal with, no problem for you enemies.
Let's kill them.
Okay.
If we do this poorly, then this is not going to go well for Rosewood. I just want to put that out there.
What happens after that when
Anything
Esther
that
finds out
do
that she's
now
dead?
hasn't.
If you can lure her, if you can lure Esther out of Rosewood, then we can take care of her. Maybe we could even pin it on someone else.
Like who?
Like those ugly ass children of Dagon. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck those
Colette
guys.
must have enemies.
Everyone has enemies here.
My point exactly.
Let's do it. Speak nothing of it after.
This is a half-cocked plan, and we have no information.
You're the one that had the plan. This is your
I'm
plan.
the one that I was spinning theories, but we don't have any information to actually make this plan successful.
We have 3 days to iron out your kinks.
Let's
Can you figure it out?
kink out those irons.
Let's kink out those.
Okay.
Listen, we might not have a plan right now, but we can come up with a plan in 3 days.
Hale, can you please go check with Aru and find out about this ritual and what it might do to this place?
No,
If
I'm sure
anyone
he's
would
going
know.
to be- Yes. He's currently working on another task as well, so I suppose this takes
Which one is
precedence.
more important?
Well, I mean, I care about the other one more, but
Which one is time? Which one has the time constraint?
both?
I'm gonna kill myself. You know what? I'm gonna take.
Oh no.
I instinctively like cover your head so you can't get to the wires.
I that's immediately where she was going to.
As soon as you say that, he like just grabs your head so you can't
Jesus
under the
Stop it!
wires.
Christ.
Stop trying it.
It's so I don't feel the frustration that you make me feel.
You should feel it and just be frustrated.
No. Mm-mm.
Trust me, it feels cathartic sometimes.
Have you seen yourself? I was gonna go worse, but I stopped
Oh,
that
that's
before the
amazing.
rest of it came out.
No, go worse, please.
You're a 50-year-old elf with a leather face. I don't understand how you've aged so poorly.
35. Dane will go for my part.
Gaius goes, yeesh, when you say I'm 30.
Yeah. Dane will go, in my part, I'll start spreading rumors that the Sons of Dagon are causing trouble outside of the city.
Okay. Yeah, we could dump them in the waters.
We need more information, though, before our plan fully comes to fruition. But that's a good start.
Okay. I will go party and talk to a whole bunch of people and see what I can find out.
Yes.
You, she looks at guys, will not go looking for Fia until after we save this area.
And then I can kill
And
her
then we will renegotiate, see this we'll have a talk again because maybe we'll help you. You never know.
I have some stuff to think about. You could all leave now.
You're hurting my feelings.
You don't have feelings.
Yes, I clearly do. Why do I keep cutting the wires? You know what? You're mean, and I'm gonna tell Danica, who's my new best friend, that you're mean. And that you made me. You hurt my feelings.
Well, that's great,
And
because
I
I would
agree.
hate to think that suddenly people were mistakenly thinking I wasn't mean. I
Listen,
worked
just because
very
you look
hard to
mean doesn't
curate.
mean you are mean.
I am very mean. I am the meanest. Everyone is afraid of how mean I am.
As
I hug him.
Dane vividly remembers, like,
I hug
Whisperers
him.
getting
There,
executed.
baby.
As Dane vividly remembers the, like, members of the Whisperers being executed in the streets by Fangbreakers
Yeah.
under Gaius's order.
Gaius had them all killed.
He just like looks at Eris and just goes, "Let's just go."
Okay.
So, I will say, if you party with Colette tonight, then you would successfully be able to get like her little itinerary and be able to figure out where she went, when and where she would be alone, where she plans on going for the next couple days, and probably get some information on Esther and where she might be.
100%. I am down to party and to give pleasure.
Okay, you're gonna have a wild night tonight. But we'll go into that next week. I need to, so just so I know what to prepare, are we planning ambushes?
I guess so.
Probably.
What would you
I
like?
guess so.
What would you like
Guys,
to happen?
Once we get the information on like how to properly frame the Sons of Dagon on the murders, then we do the ambush.
Yeah, you could like
is the plan. But we need to like set up. First of all, we gotta spread rumors.
You can. Ooh, you guys have a freaking Warlock of Dagon in your party.
And then
I think we definitely still need to get those paladins to help us because that's extra muscle.
They can help you.
Sure.
Also, just because I don't want you guys to misunderstand. Esther is not a 20th level character. This is absolutely brute forceable if you want it to be. It might have
my next question.
It'll have social consequences if you do it in a like rough way, but you could possibly deal with that if you wanted to. So don't feel like you don't have options.
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, Scarlett, but if we were walking into like an unwinnable situation, you would tell us, right?
I just wouldn't make an unwinnable situation for you.
I'm just saying,
I stab Eris immediately.
Do it.
Let us go march up to Gratz right now. Everyone, let's go.
I mean, if you were like trying to face down something that is like a 12th CR, I would just tell you. I would tell you. I would never trick you into picking a fight with something that you couldn't handle. I will break out of character and say you think you can't take them.
Guys, I have a great idea. Let's lay siege on Gratz's castle.
So I can tell you, if you try to take Esther on with her Glabrazul buddy with Colette, yeah, she would probably wipe the floor with you. But if you try to pick her off by herself, Lamia is our only CR4.
I hope I'm not spoiling anything, but I'm literally imagining us trying to fight Esther, and then all of a sudden, like 3 arrows come out of the woodworks of like the shadows and just like 3 tap her, and then she falls. And then you just hear a and then nothing else.
I don't want the NPCs.
Core to save us.
I don't want the NPCs to take your valor. Also,
fair.
I think that's like a thing. I'm trying to be very careful.
But that would be fucking funny.
I will say, you probably would have your hands full with the Glabrazul could probably wipe you out. So I guess the game would be get them separated.
Cool.
And pin it on someone else. And as far as magical ritual, again, this isn't like to create some magical ritual. This is really just indulging in the flesh of sacrifice to praise.
Okay, so that's nothing. I was working the wrong angle then.
I've been trying to explain, but I'm not being clear enough.
Yeah. Because one of my thoughts was like, oh, I'll have Dane pretend to be a soul, but his soul is already
This has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with taking souls. This is
nothing
literally
to do
just
with it,
I want to make a sacrifice in honor of my hot demon daddy, and I want to turn Rosewood. The sanctification of Rosewood is more like marking this territory. Take over all the businesses. Take over all the worship. Take over. Just make it her fun little playground, which is not good. But we're not worrying about a big soul ritual.
Okay. Cool. I guess we go do the stuff. I start.
Eris will be getting she'll party with Colette and get nice and cozy, and I will prepare some information to share with you. And I'll probably also send you guys some stuff before the session next week. We do meet next week, correct?
Yes, and then we're off on the 27th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll also give you some updated information before, so you don't go into this blind. That way we're not in character. Because when I'm in character, I have to feel like I can't be plain about how things are going to work. So I'll just make sure that I get everyone on the same page, and then we can go from there.
Cool.
Who's in charge of seducing the paladins? I think Eris is in charge of seducing.
Dane's got it. Just kidding.
You can't. Okay,
I don't think any of them are going to be seducible.
You can go and speak to Lucille Brightsoul if you want to. You can talk to Mr. Rosewood if you want to. So if there is other things that you want to like talk to, I'll ask you guys, and then we'll like set those scenes up before next week, and then yeah, we'll have a fun murder heist. Is that what we're calling it?
I guess so.
I guess.
Yeah, murder heist.
Sweet. All right.
Murder
On 3.
assassination heist.
1, 2, 3. Murder heist.
Murder heist.
Murder heist.
That was very difficult to.
Dane, just to finish off the episode, Dane goes home. He actually waits for Danica to come home and like takes all of her like bags away from her and like sets them down and kind of closes up shop for the night to just let her like go home and rest. And then he will take the rest of the food out of the oven and eat it.
Aww.
It's very good.
And he like looks down and he goes, "Fuck, it's actually really good." and then he goes to sleep.
Wonderful. You go to sleep. Rain goes back with Grim. Hale goes back, Tizcar goes back, Eris goes partying. And next time we will pick up, it'll be the next day. All right, guys, let's do our golden buzzers really quickly. We're a little bit over our time. Let's start with Hale.
Eris. Easy.
Thank you.
How you handled Gaius / did not handle Gaius.
See, when I did that stuff as Jamich, everybody was upset with me.
Eris.
Dane trying to clean her room was hilarious to me. I thought that was really funny. Yeah. And then I'm gonna come home to a whole bunch of ripped up paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Poof.
Dane, for the paper rock scissors scene with Cora, I thought that was pretty funny.
Thanks.
JTZ.
Silver buzzer to Eris for, am I being funny? Rain, am I being funny? And then
She couldn't tell.
golden buzzer to Dane for the one-on-one moment with Tizcar.
Aw.
All right, and Uff.
Eris for spilling literally all of the beans to Gaius. And giving us unintended consequences that we so hope for and love.
Listen, we had to start some shit.
I know.
My favorite was looking at Scarlett's face, not knowing if that was Scarlett playing Gaius as surprised or Scarlett the DM shocked that we just dropped all that info.
That was Gaius's
Both.
face. I'm not surprised anymore because Eris just doesn't hold secrets. She just goes and tells the NPCs what's going on. So I'm.
By the way,
used to that.
Dane super devastated and also pretty sure he's fired. Nick loves this.
I actually now have to sit with all the NPCs and decide where they all stand after today's episode. Yeah, amazing. So Eris, you get 2 D10s that you can add to the result of one of your rolls. And Dane, Eris, you get 2, and Dane, you get 3.
Woo!
All right, guys. Next time, I'm definitely gonna have some rolls for you to make. It's been a lot of role playing, ROLE, and next week we'll make sure we'll have more ROLL playing to keep things balanced. All right, guys, you're all amazing. I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, guys, I have to run really fast because hubby has to go to work. What the fuck? Get up here. Hubby has to go to work. You guys are amazing. Yeah, I got some work to do before next session. Sheesh.